Yo, what's up? This is Christian Greathouse here with the Gaming Metro. I just wanted to go over my Crystron deck profile that I had for these past few days, playing at sneak events and stuff like that. So overall, I went, I think, about X2 in matches, X3 in matches over a span of 3 days. Top 2 sneaks, and won a box tourney on one day with it. So I wanted to give a couple shout outs. First, shout out to Galactic Games for letting me host here. Shout out to the Gaming Metro. Shout out to SK Games in Lubbock, Texas. And shout out to the Don. He knows who he is. So let's get started. All right. 3 Soul Fafnir. He's a great card. When he's engraved or in hand, you can pitch a Crystron to summon it, and then pop a card you control. So if you open 2 of them, you can go effect, pitch, special, pop, and when he's destroyed, he can summon 1 from deck. So he can really be a play starter if you open 2. 3 Smyger and 1 Tristavern. These are your searchers. This searches monsters. This searches spells and traps. You want to play this more over this card because this has 1,000 attack. With it having 1,000 attack, you can make cards like Clockwork Knight, so you can have easy access. With this being 15, you can't make Clockwork Knight because Clockwork Knight works just like Almirage. Playing 2 of the new cards, at least 2 monsters, 2 of each. Tristalos and Sulfadir. Sulfadir has the same kind of graveyard and hand effect, but instead it targets a face-up Crystron card. So it goes target a card, destroy it, special. When it's special summon, it can dump 2 Crystron names with different names.
From deck to grave.
Yeah, if you use the effect to special summon it though, you are locked in some machines. Excuse me, from the extra deck. This card is crazy. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can summon 1 Crystron monster. It can be a tuner or a non-tuner from deck, and then synchro summon using them. But you're locked in some machines from the extra deck when you use the effect. So like say you have these 2 on board, you go effect. It can even summon itself, and you can either use those 2 to make a 7, or use all 3 to make a synchro 9. And then 1 Citri, it's a utility card. Unlike Tristalos, this is more proactive. During your opponent's main or battle phase, you can target a non-tuner monster in the graveyard and then immediately synchro summon it, but the materials get banished. So you need to play at least 1 of them. Some play 2, but I think 1's perfectly fine. 3 Inclusion, 1 Cluster. Inclusion is just a tanky. It also protects your Crystrons from dying from battle once, and also has a graveyard effect to banish it, and then reborn 1 from grave by targeting it. And then Cluster is just a Chuchi pop. So Crystron cards also can't be banished while I control them by card effects. So Cosmic, Chaos Angel, Mirror Jade, protection. Also, it has an effect where you can target up to 2 cards, or 1 if you only control if you don't control a Crystron Synchro monster. Shuffle 1 back from banished or grave into the deck, and then destroy those cards or card. And then Foolish to dump Smyger or Tristavern, or Sudfahol, or one of your Crystron cards, pretty much.
Is Foolish a 1-card combo in the deck?
It is.
That's crazy.
So I have 3 Ash, 3 Fuwaros, 3 Bell. I think Bell is really good against Malice and also against Twins of the Eclipse. That card's really tough. That's the card I had the most trouble with.
Yeah, Bistials and Fiendsmith get turned off too.
Yeah. Throughout all 3 days, just that card was giving me the work. Droplet because we like to send cards. And negation's really important. Call by the Grave and 2 talents. Just as defensive cards to go into people. And then here's some of the engines. 3 Mseti, 1 Happy, 1 King Sark. Gives you access to Zombie Vampire, gives you access to Photon Lord. So it can either be extenders or it can be, an extra negation. Also love the effect of King Sark when there's just Happy and Mseti, you can just send random stuff.
Yeah.
And then I play an Azamina package, 1 Witch, 3 Wanted, 2 Deception, 1 Hollowed, and then the tech, 1 Moran. So Moran is just, if you control an illusion monster, this card's in your graveyard, you can reset it, and its on-field effect is it just targets a special summon monster and books a moon it. So sometimes that just can end a turn.
And you get to bring it back every turn for a book.
Well, not every turn, because when it's brought back by its effect, it gets banished.
Ah, okay. So just
But
twice.
it's just, yeah, it's another card you can search off of Murcielago. So here's the extra deck. That's not him. 2 Elascidus. This is one of the new Synchro monsters. This card's insane. It lets you add back a Crystron card from banished or grave back to your hand. And then when this Synchro Summon card is destroyed, it reborns any Crystron monster, so it can reborn itself.
Yeah, you did that to me earlier. I was shook.
And then also all monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense, so it makes your stuff even weaker.
All monsters or your opponent's monsters?
Oh, your opponent's monsters, I apologize.
All right.
Amatrix, you make it whenever you get into a pickle, like you have to summon a tiger with a Smiger with Tristalos, you make this. On Synchro Summon, this just changes all monsters to defense position, so you can just beat up big things with low defense pretty easily. And then when he's destroyed by battle or card effect, he just reborns any Crystron monster that isn't a Synchro. That's it for the Crystron monsters. I don't play Quarion Gandrax. Sometimes he comes up a lot, but I think the resources that you need to make him require too much setup. So you would have to like go Tristalos with a 5, summon out a 2-tuner, and then make him. And honestly, like, you're burning through the 1 Tristalos already. So your other option would be Sittree. And Sittree, normally my end board consists of Sittree and a Tristalos, so there's no like real feasible option for me to get into it. Samurai Destroyer, good card, beats Tenpai weirdly enough. But this card is mostly when you get nibbed. So you know, you have Tristalos, and you're about to make like a Nova Infinity, and they get Nova'd. You can just make this as a quick effect. They get sent, you make a nib token, and then you can go Chainlink 1 Samurai Destroyer to reborn the Nova, and then Chainlink 2 Nova to bring out Makaba.
Oh, crazy.
So you can still end on some Omni negates, because once Nova comes back, you just restack Infinity. And then if they leave their nib in attack, you give it the suck. So, Samurai Destroyer, we already talked about Makaba. Navy Dragon Mech is a 9. On summon and negates cards up to the number of tuners in graveyard. And when he's destroyed, he can add back a banished tuner. So he's just more utility for like Sittree Reborn Elascidus or Reborn Samurai Destroyer.
Kind of like a grind game extender.
Exactly. FA Dawn Dragster, I mean, Spell and Trap Negation is still pretty important. Something that you can make off of Tristalos, summon a 5 from deck, and then make this guy. Some people play more than 2, but I think 1 is enough. We already talked about Nova and Infinity. I mean, Omni Negates are hard to come by in this game. So, you gotta love playing those cards. We talked about Zombie Vampire and Photon Lord.
Do you feel like there's another rank 8 you'd like to play in the deck with the Horus package, like Sky Prison or anything?
Nah, you don't need it, because you want to be able to put up a negate for installation on your plays.
Yeah.
And the Zombie Vampire, I mean, Mill 4 is great.
Just, we love an extendo mag.
Yeah. Clockwork Knight, you need it to help make SP. And then I play both Murcielago and Sylvia. Sylvia is your Omni negate. Murcielago, you know, grabs you this, and then it can help you extend. Or it can grab Wanted, so you can get the free draw.
All right, let's check out that side deck.
And then here goes the side. 3 Droll. I thought all weekend I would see a lot of the Mitsurugi deck, because the Mitsurugi deck kind of has a trouble against this card, but I didn't see it too much. I felt like the deck kind of killed itself more often than not, because it just bricked. Nib for those heavy combo decks to mirror match, and then like Ryziel Fiendsmith. This card's still really important to play. Lancia, because we don't like Malice.
Does Lancia conflict with your own deck and your plays?
No, because Lancia can only be activated during your opponent's turn.
Good to know.
And then 3xe Encore and 3 Ulti Slayer. Don't like Detonator and Twins of the Eclipse. Dweller is Dweller. I can't play through Dweller a lot. That's why cards like that and Droplet are super important when playing the deck, because you need to be able to stop Dweller from resolving its effect. Or you just kind of lose.
All right.
And that's it.
With the side deck, is there anything else you think you might change with the deck going forward?
No, You can really switch up some things in the extra deck a little bit because there's a lot of flex spots like Macabre. Like some people don't play it. You can play like maybe the second Dawn Dragster, or I cannot play Murcielago and just go back to Quarion Gandrax. But I think the deck right now is fine where it's at. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Thanks, Christian. Good job, man.